nobody, and I mean absolutely no one, not family, not someone that you're dating romantically, not friends that you've been friends with forever, absolutely no one is entitled to relationship with you. Hey guys, Angela here, and welcome to another weekly vlog. It's been a minute. Well, it's been like a week, which I haven't gone a week without posting on YouTube since I started my channel. But as you may know, if you're not new here, if you're new here, welcome. Please stick around to the end of the vlog. See if you like it here. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you do. If you're returning, thank you so much for continuously supporting the videos on my channel. But if you're not new here, then you know that on last Friday, so not the Friday that just passed, but last Friday the 2nd, I flew out to Orlando for a week-long vacation, a week-long family vacation, and I had all of these plans to do daily vlogs, which I did do for the time that I was there, because I have this goal of like trying to reach 500 subscribers this month, and then, you know, get to the 1,000. We want to monetize. We want to be able to do more things on YouTube. We as in me, because it's just me. So I had all of these plans around my vacation, you know, to pump out more content, because people say you have to be more consistent if you want to grow. And also I just really enjoy vlogging, but the idea of doing one week-long vlog, like 8-day vlog, having to edit all that into one seemed really cumbersome. So I thought that daily vlogs from my phone would just be easier. So that was my plan, and I did it, and it was getting good views and good feedback. I ended up having to cut my trip short. So the last daily vlog for my trip that I uploaded was this past Monday. I don't know, that was like what, the 5th? And I haven't posted anything to YouTube since. I didn't do like my typical weekly video. There was no Sunday vlog. It's just because I needed some processing. I cut my trip short, and I came home, but I was still on vacation from work, and I just used the week to sort of process what had happened to me. And I mean, I'll share. I'm not gonna share a lot, because here's the thing, and this has always been my sort of how I approach social media across platforms, is that I don't really talk about family issues, relational issues of any sort, whether they're romantic, whether they're issues with friends, with family, or anything like that. I rarely share my friends and family across my social platforms. I'm not one of those people that are like, I don't post my man, or I don't, you know, I do, but within reason. And I definitely don't post, you know, when there is conflicts. I don't even necessarily like to post good things, like, you know how people will get engaged and then they'll post the entire engagement. Like, that is something that you will probably never ever see from me. Even if this channel blows up and I have 1 million subscribers and I get engaged, I will never post the entire engagement video. Like, I may post a cute little like ring, like, hey, I'm engaged, or something like that, but I will never ever be the type of person that will post my entire engagement, wedding, birth, all of that type of stuff on the internet. I just am really big about protecting memories, and also my social media platforms and what I do on them is my choice. And I watch YouTube. I've been watching YouTube for a long time. I've been following influencers and bloggers and stuff like that for a long time, and with all of the reward that comes along with the job, there is a lot of scrutiny, and I am the one that is choosing to attempt to open myself up to people, not my family, not the people I love. So I share a minimum, so that if I ever get to a point where people are just being rude and mean and stuff in the comments, it'll fall back on me, because I can handle it. I cannot handle you talking shit about my family and friends and people that I love, because I'm not that nice. Okay, I'm not that nice. But anyway, with all of that being said, I came back because there was a little bit of family drama, and I wasn't necessarily the center of it, but I was a part of it. And if you follow me long enough, you will learn that one thing about Angela is that she will get the fuck on, right? I will get the fuck on. And what that means is simply that I don't do do drama. I don't do conflict well. I don't mind having hard conversations. I don't mind having difficult conversations. I don't mind having a disagreement if it is communicated effectively. But when things become toxic, when things become unhealthy, I just simply remove myself from the situation. And it does not matter who it is. Nobody, and I mean absolutely no one, not family, not someone that you're dating romantically, not friends that you've been friends with forever, absolutely no one is entitled to relationship with you. Does not matter who it is. If someone is mistreating you, if they are not respecting your boundaries, then you absolutely have the right to cut their access to you off. Like, you don't have to deal with that. And so that's where I'm at with it. And so yeah, it was just one of those situations where the conflicts became toxic. I was a part of that, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm also the type of person where I am a walk away person. I haven't always been a walk away person. I was pretty hot-headed all throughout high school and some of college, until I just was tired of like always being in trouble, always being labeled as, you know, difficult and things like that. Because I was, right? Because my way of dealing with conflict was to just fight it out. Like, I would hate when somebody would just sit in my face and like argue. I'm not a good arguer. Like, I'm not good and quick with like comebacks and stuff like that. So literally in high school, if I would get in an argument, I would like maybe exchange a couple words with you, and then I'm swinging, and then we're fighting, right? And I'm too old to be fighting. I got too much to lose. You know, there's jail and all of that stuff. So, you know, I've really like worked through some of that like anger and inability to process conflict. I've been to therapy, you know, I've done self-work, all of that stuff. And I've gotten pretty good at walking away when I feel myself being brought to a level that I don't want to be at. Because here's the thing, I don't care how much therapy I go through or how much self-work that I do, it is still in me, right? And it's really just an everyday effort to be better, right? To not allow somebody to bring that part of me out. And so, you know, as I said, there was conflict on the vacation that absolutely 100% brought that out of me. I mean, listen, when I go low, I go low. And that is not me bragging about that. I hate when people do that or whatever, because I feel like, you know, there's this thing going on social media where people, you know, it's like a race to see who can care less, and, you know, who can be, you know, the most nonchalant and stuff like that. And, you know, I used to subscribe to stuff like that. I used to think that it was a badge of honor that I could just like cut people off and like not care or whatever. But the older I get and the more important that relationship becomes to me, I'm just like, I cringe when I see people doing that, especially because I'm someone that absolutely 100% for reals struggle with shutting down, just not communicating and things like that. And as I said, it's an everyday effort for me to not operate like that. I'm also a person that really struggles with cutting deep, right? That is just something that I struggle with. And so I really do in conflict try not to get to the point where I let somebody get me so upset that I want to hurt them. I don't have to touch you, but let me tell you something. My words, I listen. My words can hurt. And so I did get to a point in the conflict where I was saying things that I absolutely meant. Let's get it 100% clear. There was not a lie that came out of my mouth. There was not anything that came out of my mouth that I did not mean, but it was unnecessary. It did not need to be said, right? It was me at my lowest point. And before, you know, the conflict reached the tippy top of where it reached, I'd already made up in my mind that I was about to exit the situation. It just sort of escalated into way more before I was able to remove myself of my own volition. But anyway, long story short, I ended up having to cut the trip short. I stayed in a hotel my last night, so I uploaded a vlog Monday night from a hotel, and then Tuesday I flew home, and then I just spent the rest of the week sort of processing and you know, really trying to figure out what it was that triggered me so bad, what it was that made me go so low. And I know what it is. I know what it is. There is no person or set of people that can trigger, you know, the worst parts of me than family, period. And I have a very traumatic family experience. I won't go into detail. I do have a podcast that I haven't recorded I haven't recorded a podcast since the Panini Press. Like the panoramic just sort of like took me out of everything creatively for a while, and I just haven't gotten back there. But I did record an episode talking about family trauma, specifically my relationship with my mom and her death and all of those things. So I'll link that episode in the notes, and if you want to go sort of listen and get an idea of said trauma, you could do that. I just don't really feel like going through all that right now. But nobody triggers me more than family, because I feel like people and families feel entitled to relationship with you because y'all share a last name, or y'all share blood or ancestry, or whatever the case may be. And so nobody will poke at your triggers more. Nobody will disrespect and disregard your boundaries more than family. And this may sound bad, but I am a huge proponent of, there comes a time where you may absolutely 100% have to step outside of your Zen self and put somebody in their place. And I felt like that's where I was at this weekend, where I just had to unload the clip. Like, I just had to let it all out, because the specific person has been antagonizing me all my life, right? Gaslighting me all my life. Like, my experiences aren't my experiences when I know they were, because I was there when they happened, you know, or, you know, doing little things or exerting certain behaviors and then acting like I'm making it all up in my head, right? Classic gaslighting type things. And I just got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you what you want. And that, a therapist may be like, that was not what you were supposed to do. But let me tell y'all something. There has never been a time where a person has pushed me to my absolute limits and I have just let it rip on them, that I've had to let it rip on them a second time. You see what I'm saying? So usually when you show people, or in my experience, when I get to the point where I have to show people that don't fuck with me, I've never had to tell them to not fuck with me again, right? And so, you know, I feel really bad, because one thing about me is that I do not like conflict in general, but especially not with my family. I mean, you know, I don't have like the strongest relationship with my family, if I'm being quite honest. I would like to, which is why I would like to have a better one, which is why I've opened myself up to being a part of like these family vacations and things like that. And, you know, I've just come to the realization that, you know, I love my people to death. If they ever need me, if something serious is happening, I'm there despite all. But like, there has to be strict boundaries around how I interact with that certain set and group of people, with the exception of my nieces and nephews, because I love them to death, like to death. And, you know, there's no amount of conflict that can put a boundary around me where they can't access me at any point. But yeah, that's as much as I'm gonna say. I am trying to get back on my routine. As I said, I just sort of laid around all week and didn't do absolutely anything. I didn't even work out. The first time I went to the gym was Friday, and then I went yesterday. So I wasn't even in the gym. I was just literally laying around the house doing absolutely nothing. But I feel 100% better. And so I am about to do a little bit of cleaning. It's Sunday. That's sort of my routine. Clean out the bathroom, clean up the kitchen, you know, change my sheets on my bed, those types of things. I need to run to Trader Joe's and get some groceries. I'm back at work tomorrow after, you know, a week and a half off. So I don't even want to think about the amount of emails that are waiting for me. So I just sort of want to spend the rest of today reading books, watching movies, taking naps, just sort of relaxing, because I know that I'm gonna have at least a very hectic first 2 days of the week. Speaking of books, I do have a new book for the month of July. I hadn't bought one prior to leaving for the trip. I just decided, you know what, I'll buy one when I get back and start reading. I had some extra time in the airport, and I stopped in one of those little news stores, and I was like, let me just look at their book section. There's no way that I'm gonna find any books by Black women that I'm going to be interested in read. They're probably gonna have like Michelle Obama's book, and that's gonna be it. But I was like, let me just go look anyway, because I had time to spare. And I go in there, and of course Michelle's book is there. A couple like fiction books from Black authors were there. And then I zeroed in on this one book, and it had this Black woman holding this really light-skinned Black baby, but a Black baby nonetheless. And I sort of zeroed in on it, and I picked the book up. I started reading the, you know, overview of the book on the back, and I literally started crying in the news store, because it felt very serendipitous. It felt like God knew that I needed to feel seen and affirmed. And so it's this book. It's called Memorial Drive, and it's by an author named Natasha Trethewey. I'm hoping that's how you pronounce her last name. And in this book, she talks about dealing with her mom's death. Her mom was shot and killed by her stepfather when she was 19. And in the book, she talks about how she navigated her mom's death, very sudden death, how that played a role in who she is, in her development, in her creativity, in her career, and all of those things. She also talks a lot about being biracial, because her dad is Black, and growing up in a still very segregated South. I believe when she was born, it was still, well, when her parents were married, at the very least, it was still illegal, or interracial dating or marriage was still illegal. And so she talks about sort of navigating that. But I zeroed in on, you know, the story about her mom's murder, because if you are new here and you don't know me, my mom was killed when I was 13. She was shot and killed by her boyfriend. And so I relate to this so much, and I've read a few chapters, and yeah, I just feel like it was serendipitous, and it was something that I needed to read, because God knew that I needed affirmation in my thoughts and feelings surrounding not just my mom's death, but my relationship with my mom leading up to her death. My siblings and I, you know, have differences when it comes to how we talk about our mom in life and in death. And you know, I pretty much stand alone in my thoughts and feelings. Again, you can listen to the podcast episode. I'm gonna link it in the description. And so I needed a little bit of affirmation, and this book has been that for me. And so yeah, that is this month's read. It's been really good so far. And then I also got a new Audible credit, so I picked up another book that I'm going to share with y'all. I had to grab my phone so I can get the name of it, but the book that I'm going to be listening to on Audible this month is called What Happened to You: Conversations of Trauma, Resilience, and Healing. It's by Bruce D. Perry, MD, PhD, and Oprah Winfrey. I'm not in therapy right now. I don't have a therapist, but I am on my way, child. But in the meantime, I want to just sort of do some self-reflection, and I thought that this would be a good book to listen to this month. I'm not really big, or at least I used to think that I wasn't really big on like personal development books, self-help books, things like that. I just don't find them interesting to read. But what I have found is that I do enjoy listening to them in audiobook form. And so this is maybe like the third or fourth like self-improvement book that I've listened to, alongside of the book by Black women authors, the books by Black women authors that I have been reading every month for the year of 2021. And so yeah, this is the book that I'm going to be listening to as I'm getting up in the morning, getting ready for the gym, getting ready for work, and things like that. I haven't started it. I typically like to read these Monday through Friday, like my weekday routines. So I'll actually start listening to that tomorrow. Last thing, I'm in braids again. Now, when I left y'all last, I had my hair still in my little slick bun, and then if you were watching my daily vlogs, when I was in Florida, then you saw that my niece put some like straight back braids in my hair, which I absolutely love. I wish I could have gotten them like redone before I left, so I could have had the style for a little longer, but you know, I left abruptly. And I also plan to get a sew-in, so I was actually going to have long hair because my niece is a hairdresser and didn't make it long enough to get that done. So I just came home and put some braids in my hair because I needed to do something with it. They're still knotless. I just went a lot bigger with the parts. This time the braids are bigger too, but they're still small. I like the big part, small braids look. Also, y'all know I like to wear hats a lot, so I can't put those big old braids in my head because I don't want a lumpy hat. So I'm really feeling this size with these parts. I may make them a tad bit bigger when I do them the next time. It took me about 3 hours. But yeah, this is a new look. I'm like getting better and better every time that I do this. Don't mind the parts. The parts I probably will never get better at, but the actual braids, I feel like I'm getting better. So we're gonna rock the bigger knotless for a little while. So yeah, anyway, that's it. I feel like I've talked for 20 minutes. We'll see when I edit this. I am going to get ready to go get groceries. I think it's raining a little bit outside. Maybe I'll wait until that clear up. But I'm gonna go get groceries. I'm gonna do some cleaning, and then I'm going to come back and just chill for the rest of the day. And I will talk to you all later this week. Actually, I'll probably be back on tomorrow because I bought a couple more things from the luxury retail sales. You know, they have gotten to the point where they're like 60-70% off now. Inventory is pretty scarce, but there were still a couple things that I actually had my eye on when the sale was at like 20-30%. I was like, oh, that shit is still too much. But I got a dress from
Okay, so I had to interrupt this because I'm talking to Mal a minute, and I hated the way that I pronounced the brand because it was incorrect. It's Vetma, or closer to that. I don't know what I said, but it wasn't right. Okay, back to the video.
It was a $700 dress. I paid less than $300 for it, and I got a Isabel Marant shirt. So both of those should come in tomorrow. I got them from Matches. I'll obviously show y'all in the vlog, but I've decided that I'm actually going to do a dedicated like what I got in the mid-season luxury retailer sale, because I got about 5 things now. They're all tops because that's where I am trying to fill gaps right now in my wardrobe. So I'm going to do a dedicated video. I've also noticed that a couple of pieces that I've purchased earlier this year are also in the sale for like crazy prices. So I'm going to actually show you a couple of those pieces in the video as well. And so yeah, I have a couple videos that I need to film this week. So I have some things to vlog. I don't have a lot of plans, but I have some stuff. So once those things for Matches come in tomorrow, I will show those to you. And of course, if anything else interesting happens, I'll let y'all know. Hey guys, so I have already opened my packages for Matches because I was filming some TikTok content, but I remembered that I had to come and show you on the vlog. So I have on this Vetma dress that I was telling y'all about yesterday that I got. I have on the wrong underwear. I have on like super thick cotton thongs. But this is the dress, baby. Where am I going in this? But it's super cute, and I have a few different ways that I plan on styling it. I'm definitely gonna wear it as this cute little mini with the right underwear on, with like some super sky high heels. I don't know where and I don't know when, but that's happening. But also I plan on wearing just like an oversized blazer on top of it, like it was styled on the site. Is my panty showing? Yes. Like it was styled on the site, and then with a pair of combat boots. I think that'll be really cute. And then it's tight enough and short enough where I can put a pair of like high-waisted jeans or trousers over top of it and wear it as a shirt as well. So super versatile. And I'll get into like the price and all of that stuff, sizing, in the video that I'm going to do dedicated to my luxury sale purchases. So yes, this is the dress. And then as I mentioned, I also picked up a t-shirt from Isabel Marant. It has pads in the shoulder. I'm obviously into this structured shoulder look right now. It has this cute little tie detail right here in the front that I think is gonna look super cute on top of a pair of high-waisted jeans, a cute pair of shorts. So yeah, as I mentioned, I am currently in the middle of filling gaps in my wardrobe where shirts and tops and things are concerned. And I'm really into just buying like elevated t-shirts and things like that, just so I can wear them really casually, or I can dress them up as well. And I thought that this would be something cute to add to that collection. So yeah, they also have this in white, but it's not as on sale, so I got it in black. But you know, whatever. So this is the shirt. So it is Wednesday, the 14th, July 14th. I just got back from the gym. It's literally 7:29. I went a little early this morning, so I got done a little early. I'm exhausted. I did like a butt ab circuit this morning, and then I did some sprints on the Stairmaster. Killer. Anyway, I checked my mail this morning and it was something in there that I purchased that I forgot about. Well, I didn't forget about it. Let me show you. So it's this t-shirt by a black artist. He goes by Don Profit. I'll put his Instagram at in the screen, but it is a 2020 Olympics, Tokyo 2020 Olympics t-shirt, and it's just an ode to the black girl's success in the Olympic trials, specifically Sha'Carri, even though, you know, unfortunate events happen, which I have thoughts, but I'm not here to rumble about that. But let me just say, it's some bullshit. I mean, I get rules, so right, there are rules. This is not a U.S. organization, it is a world organization, so we really can't be like, it's legal in most states in America. I get it, whatever, there are consequences for actions, blah blah blah. It's still some bullshit. We got white boys doing all kind of crazy shit in the Olympics all the time, and even though they were punished, you know, the backlash wasn't, y'all know how that is, but we gonna let that alone. Let's not even talk about the swim cap situation and the other women, you know, that have too much testosterone. We're not gonna go there, just to know that I have feelings. Anyway, I just hadn't checked up on the shipping. When our good brother created this and posted it online, it went up. So I was giving him some time, you know, to get it all together, because I'm sure he wasn't expecting the feed, like that crazy amount of feedback. Anyway, I got mine, cannot wait to wear it. It's still a black girl Olympics. In my mind, Sha'Carri still earned that spot. And there are plenty other black girls running and competing in gymnastics and all other types of sports. So I personally am not going to boycott the Olympics, because there are other black people that need our support. But there's always a special place in my heart for hood black girls, for black girls that look and present like Sha'Carri, because even though I don't wear long nails and color hair and stuff like that, I very much come from the hood. I lived in the projects until the day I got ready to go to college, and so, you know, hood girls hold a special place in my heart. I do have a secondary Instagram account called Protect Hood Black Girls, and I just post images and videos and things of black girls that look like the girls that I grew up with and look like how I used to look, and present how I used to present. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll put the ad here and you can go ahead and follow it. Anyway, super excited about the t-shirt. I am going to eat breakfast because I am starving, and I will talk to y'all later. Hey beautiful people, I'm trying to sit far away from the camera so I don't look so washed out, but I don't know if that's hurting or helping. Anyway, I got a package from Matches Fashion. I bought something else. I don't know if I mentioned it in the vlog already. I went on and bought the white version of that black polo that I have from the Attico, because it was on sale, and it was what was originally on my wish list, and I bought the black one because the white one wasn't on sale. I was looking for their little they have like this strip here that makes the box easy to open. But yeah, so I got it. It was on sale for 60% off, so it was $130. It was originally $330, so I had to get it. Here's the receipt. Girl, I got a lot of these. This don't make no sense. Woohoo! This is the one I wanted, baby. So it's the same exact polo as the black one. Move this back, but it's in white. Same size, same everything. So I'm not even gonna try it on. If you watch my videos, then you've seen what it looks like. And I love that you get a dust bag. So now I have two of these, not dust bag, you get a garment bag. I said dust bag last time. So now I have two of these Attico garment bags, which is great for when I travel. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to work. This vlog is gonna be so long. It's gonna be like 30 minutes. Which is crazy, because when I first started YouTube, I was looking at my old videos last night. When I first started YouTube, my vlogs used to be like 30-35 minutes, and I had way more views on those longer videos. I don't know if I was doing better with like titling the vlogs, and so people were just like finding them, or the algorithm was picking it up. But they just ain't hidden like they used to be hidden. But I'm not going back to making 30-minute vlogs every week, so enjoy. It's this long because I did that rant at the beginning about my trip in Florida, but you know, it was therapeutic for me. I swear to God, I feel better since I did that rant. Anyway, got my white polo. I have a meeting. I have to go, y'all. So it's Saturday morning. It's just about 10 a.m. or so. I've
done my morning run, my morning workout at the gym. I typically don't get done that early, but I was supposed to have a meeting today at 9:30 and it had to get pushed back until tomorrow. So I'm just here. But I need to close out the vlog because I don't have much else going on and it's already over 30 minutes. So we're going to close it out. What I was meaning about, I am actually going to be guest appearing periodically on a podcast that a guy that I went to college with is starting. And it's a lifestyle podcast. We're going to talk about cultural things, fashion, of course, dating, relationships, music. And so he's going to be doing the podcast from a man's perspective with one of his friends, but he wanted to have some female input in some conversations and in some episodes. And so he kindly thought of me because I don't know, maybe I'd be fly or something. I do though. I do. I'm just kidding. But he so kindly thought of me and I was happy to oblige. I have a podcast that I haven't uploaded on in a very long time and I miss it, but also I don't have the capacity to try to grow here and continue to do that. So I'm excited to be my stomach. I don't know if y'all hear that, but I ate a pint of ice cream last night. My stomach hates me. Anyway, I'm happy to be podcasting in some capacity again, but his dog got sick, so he had to move the meeting until tomorrow. We're just going to do a run through of the first show. I love the topics that he came up with, so I'm super excited. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll start next week's vlog off with that, but yeah. Oh, my stomach. But yeah, I don't have anything planned today. If I do end up doing something, it'll be in next week's vlog. So thank you all for watching and I will see you in next week's vlog. Bye.